Hi everyone, my name is Barbara. I'm the owner and founder of Spanish for Kiddos, and today I want to show you a fun activity, the life cycle, the ladybug, el ciclo de vida de la mariquita. And we're going to do a few things that I think that are really fun. Of course, one of them is reading. And in the free ebook, this is a free ebook that you have here, is a flip book, and I'll show you how to create that. It's something like this. And it turns out really cute in this format if you are familiar with the flip book. But how do you make one? So let's go ahead and get started. So it comes in a big sheet, and I already have these pieces already cut out. And of course, you can do it in this way, or you can just paste them all together or staple them. But I am going to put them in order here. I'm going to set my cover here on the side there for a minute. And I'm going to make sure that they are in the stages of 1, 2, 3, and 4. I move this here for 1 second, and this here for 1 second. So then the next thing you're going to do is actually start with the first part, stage 1, and you're going to put it on top of the second page, or stage 2. Then you're going to put it on top of stage 3, and then you're going to put it on top of stage 4. Once you have all that together, you want to make sure, I always like to flip those all the way to like this to the bottom, so that are aligned here on the top. And then I'm going to take my little cover here, and I'm going to align the same way to make sure that they're all aligned there, they're all up on the top. And then, like I said, you can either paste this together if you want it to. It could be a little messy, or you can just staple it like this on the very top. I think 2 are good there. You can do that, and then you have your flip book. Now, what I do recommend is that you go back and very gently go back and pull those pages so that it will be easy to flip through the pages and actually go through this way, so that when you read it, it's easier for your kiddos to do that. And I think it's a good size as well, because it's not too big that they don't have to hold it, and as they're going through this, they're actually going through the reading. So let's go ahead and read this together. So I have a few here. Let me just go ahead and do this one as well. So the life cycle of the ladybug. Ciclo de vida de la mariquita. The ladybug lays many eggs. La mariquita pone muchos huevos. And that's the first stage. And you want to talk about that, how the ladybug lays the eggs there on a leaf. The larva eats aphids. La larva come áfidos. And if you want to know a little bit more what they eat, what they feed on, it's just these little insects that they eat as well. And that's stage 2, because they need the energy to do that. Once they are filled up, the pupa rests on a tree branch. La pupa descansa sobre una rama de árbol. So once they do that, they actually find a place where they can rest, and they form this pupa there. And that's where they start going through several stages, of course, of growing in there. But once that's done, then you have that the ladybug comes out of the pupa. La mariquita sale de la pupa. So you can tell that after that. And if you want to read a little bit more, they don't have the spots immediately after they come out of the pupa. They actually start to, once they start to fill up on some food, and of course starts to live around some leaves and bushes there, the little spots starts to appear. And then of course they're not just by themselves, there's other ladybugs around the plants in that area as well. There's lots more on the blog, and I have other articles, science articles on the blog as well, about the life of the ladybugs. Why are they useful? They're very, very helpful in nature for a lot of different things. So that's a good thing to do there. And one of the other things that I have here, besides the activity we're going to do, is this cute little writing activity. Now, I mentioned this several times, is that you can easily take this and then make printouts and use them like this, or what you can do, make the printout and put them into either a pocket sleeve that you might have, and if you don't have that, you can put them in a cover sheet like this. And what you can do is get a dry eraser and then just practice what those words are. Like ladybug, you can practice them in, of course, English and in Spanish, mariquita. And this is a good exercise that you can do because it just practices different ways that not only you can practice the handwriting, but you can practice the vocabulary. You can practice this, of course, here as well. I'm just going to do one more so that you can see how this is. You can do this in several ways. And then you don't have to start here. The good point is that you can start here, go back to the leaf. Where was the leaf here? Go back to where that was and then point that out. And the good thing about this, of course, is also that if you have a little piece of, and I'm just going to put a little bit there. That's why I like these dry erasers and I like these pockets because of what you can do is you can keep on using them, so that there is practice in handwriting when you do this. So I like to emphasize that the more you practice, the better your kiddos are going to get to, especially maybe if they're left-handed and they have to go this way. Of course, there's many different techniques. I have other videos in regards to that if you want to look at. So that's a great exercise. And another fun activity that I've done over the years as well is this art project. This art project is, I think, one of the cutest ones ever because you can make your own ladybug, but when you make your own ladybug like this one, and of course this is just a little painting that I did there. It's super fun. You can take a piece of construction paper or any other cardstock, whatever you have on hand, and then you're going to use your kiddo's hand. I'm going to use my hand because that's what I have available, of course. And I'm going to use a green paper because it can simulate a little bit about the grass where the ladybugs live. Then you're going to take a brush and then you're going to paint, put some paint on your child's hand if you want to, or if you have a class, you can do it on each if you want to. This could be a little time consuming because this is something that they have to do, of course, as they are, maybe they're getting ready to do maybe some painting, maybe they're getting ready to do some other activities. So take your time to do this, maybe set a day or so, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be the palm of your hand, of course, something like this. And then once you have that, I'm just going to do a few here. You can place it on the construction paper very gently there and then pull gently. And as you can see, I'm going to put a little bit more because I had more here than before. I'm going to put more paint there. And of course, if you know, the ladybugs do have these black spots, but because these black spots, you can't see them too well on the paint. And if you want to, you can go back and paint a little bit more on there too, just to get a little bit more of the ladybug there. And then I'm just going to do another one here and then gently pull it out if you want to. So it makes that little round, if you wanted to, the round shape of a ladybug. I'm going to do one more here. Don't be, of course, don't be shy on the paint because I think this is the best part of the kiddos to feel what that is, a little bit of sensory, if you wanted to use sensory skills in here, you can do that as well too. Now, the thing is that, of course, and I have to wipe my hand, of course, make sure that once let it dry a little bit, and then you can just make the little antennas like this if you wanted to. That's always fun to do. I'm just going to do a few here. Okay, just like that. And then what you can do is, now, of course, I put yellow there. You can put white, you can put black. Like I said, the black doesn't show up as well. So what you can do is just put a little bit of yellow. And one of the things you can do here is actually practice some numbers. How many dots did I put on here? I put 6. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you can do the same thing on these, of course. You can do maybe 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can do even more than that. You can do maybe even by 2 or 3, however you want it to, for them to practice that. Okay, that can be many different things. Okay, that's just an idea, just a fun way to practice the ladybugs, to practice some fun ways to learn about the life cycle of the ladybug. So I think that's just really cute. Messy, as you can see, it's really messy. So like I said, make sure to set aside a day or two if you want to do something like that. So thank you so much for watching me today, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and join me next time for a fun bilingual learning activity. Thank you everyone. Have a good day.